the talk show that highlights student issues. I'm Rachel Stubbs, and today we are going to talk about students having a hard time finding a job after graduating from the University of West Georgia, which brings us to the question of, is our university adequately preparing us for post-grad and being successful in the business world? We're going to jump into the conversation in a couple moments, but first let's hear what the students have to say.
I've heard of career services, but I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know much about it.
Have they ever came to your class?
No, they've never come to my classes.
So when you graduate, you have absolutely no idea
No,
from career services like what you can do?
no.
Okay.
Career services on campus?
Yes, I am.
Are you aware of the excellent program they have that prepares students for post-graduation and finding a job?
I mean, I'm a little familiar with it. I've had some teachers come in and explain some of the programs they offer, but not all the details to it.
Do you think that there needs to be more awareness across campus about this program that specializes in students finding jobs?
I definitely do. I think that it can help with you finding out what kind of job you actually want to do with these people coming in.
Career services helped a lot more when I was an undergrad. Well, I guess I'm still an undergrad, but more like a freshman, sophomore when I had a lot more time. But now it's kind of a little bit, it's not really helping me so much now that I'm in my major classes.
Do you feel that you're prepared to get a job in your field?
No, I don't. I feel like it kind of helps you get on-campus jobs and a little bit outside, but as of a career-wise, I don't think it's helping me with my career.
Welcome back to Just the Facts. We have two students sitting in for the debate. For the against side, we have Jared Yamamoto, SGA representative. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, Rachel. Thank you very much for having me on board.
Thank you for coming. We also have Chris Reynolds, a student representative.
Doing great. Thanks for having me here.
And you're for the for side.
I am for the for side. That's
okay,
right.
So we'll jump right into this discussion. How are you doing on this debate? Where do you stand?
Well, first of all, I want to say that Career Services, first and foremost, it's a great organization and great department. I'm actually in the process of creating a committee within the Student Government Association that creates a liaison between the two, where students can get informed of what they're doing. The problem that I've heard and the concerns that I'm getting from students is that they don't know what Career Services is doing. Half the people don't even know what building it's in. I feel that they need to create a marketing campaign to get a better grasp of what the students want.
Right. So you're saying, just like we did with the West Georgia brand, Go West, market, get the word out, we're here on campus, and these services are offered for students.
Absolutely. They're here to help us get jobs. And when you look at the graduation rate at 34% from West Georgia incoming freshmen coming through their senior year, that's unacceptable. And of that 34%, only 32% of them are getting a job.
Wow.
So I'm not saying that they need to necessarily hold your hand and go through and give you a job per se, but the preparation needs to be there and needs to be very accessible to the students.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Those were some alarming statistics. 32%?
Absolutely.
Only 32% getting jobs. Okay, so Chris Reynolds,
Yes.
where do you stand on this issue?
Well, it's fantastic to hear his concerns, and I know that those are legitimate concerns out there. But ultimately, I just stand a little differently because statistics say a lot, and I totally agree. But on my personal experience, I believe they trump it every time. And with my personal experience with Career Services, the way I found out about them is they came to my class. They've been to my class 3 times. They've offered me a Strength Finders test, which cost a lot of money, but I didn't have to pay for it to kind of prepare me. They've helped me understand a little more about how I could change my resume, fix things up. I've been able to get interviews, been able to sit down with people, different companies that I never would have got the opportunity to sit down with if I didn't talk to Karen and Sam over at Career Services. So though I understand, yeah, sure, I do believe they need to get out because I am one of those people. It's hard for me to find where they are. But it's hard for me to stand on that side of the argument because they actually came to me, and I think that says a lot, that they feel like, yeah, the statistics are out there, they've been there, it's kind of like that monster in the closet, but here is an opportunity for us to step it up with the new campaigns, with the new direction that West Georgia's going in, and really help students. I mean, they can't hold our hands. You said it yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
But what they can do is they can offer tests like this or assessments, and they can really help us out and find the direction, because I'm a graduating senior, and one of the biggest problems was, man, where do I even want to go from here? What do I want to do when I grow up? And it was an incredible conversation to have with them because they said, well, here's your strengths. These are different avenues that you can take. And man, it really helped me for the next step.
Okay, so I take it that this is a new way of doing things with Career Services. They're trying to find something else to help the students with?
Yeah, and it would be hard for me to answer how long they've been around or what they've done.
Right.
And part of it's my fault. As a graduating senior, I thought, it's go time. You know, when you're going through college, all you're focused on is school, classes. It's hard to think about what's next. But until they came and sat down with me and said, hey, if you hadn't thought about what's next, it's time, you know. And so it's just been amazing an experience with them. So.
Okay, so Jared, do you have anything else you want to say to contribute to the argument?
I just want to add to Chris's point, and I'm honestly, I'm a little bit jealous of the fact that you were able to have this this Strength Finder test brought to your classroom. In my experience, I'm a senior as well. I graduated in the spring, and I have never had career services come to my classroom.
Wow.
I've never had career services offer me a test that costs money, and it's alarming. And I totally, to flag off your point though, I completely agree. If you think that it helped you, then they need to not only do this when we're seniors, but do it when we're freshmen, when we're sophomores, when we're juniors, we're seniors, because over time we grow and we progress and we develop into the person that we're going to be. Our brains don't stop developing until we're 25 years old.
Yeah, 25, 27, those are new studies.
Right.
Jared, you're full of facts today.
Well,
Good
thank
deal.
you, Rachel.
So you're saying our brains don't develop until 27. We continue to grow. They need to be here when we're freshmen all the way up until we're seniors just to help us out. And
people change over time
Right.
is the bottom line. And you just have to be able to, when you take a Strengths Finders test, it's going to change over time. That's just how it naturally works.
Okay.
And can I say that they came to my class partly because of maybe my department, maybe the major I'm in. I know it's different than your major. And so with the sociology department, they saw the need. They understand with our degree sometimes it is challenging. If grad school is not the next step, then we need to help them. And so, you know, maybe it was my department that kind of
Wow,
prepared it.
so you're saying it may be departmental.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you for those remarks, guys. When we come back, we're going to have an interview with Karen Lingrel and Sam Odushelu from Career Services.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Ativa and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
To Just the Facts. Remember, you can chime in on the conversation on Twitter by pressing #Just the Facts. I'm here with Ms. Karen Lingrel and Sam Odushelu from Career Services. Now, earlier you heard the heated debate, and you heard what Jared and Chris had to say. So we're here now to discuss exactly what the campus offers with Career Services in your department. I want to just start by saying thank you for coming and being with us today.
Thank
and
you.
exactly what's the mission or the vision for Career Services?
Great. Well, Rachel, my big to-do on campus is to make sure that there are no students that ever leave this institution without recognizing the resources that are available to them through Career Services.
Okay.
So, you know, our mission is, you know, huge. What we really want to do is try to provide students with the best resources and strategies available for job resource or for job searching. And, you know, a lot of times that it's falling under every single year that they're a student here. So the major components are student employment, getting involved in the region with volunteer services, understanding that they should probably be participating in at least a one-semester internship through professional practice.
Right.
And career employment.
Okay.
Brand new component that we just brought on was career counseling, career coaching, which Sam is going to touch on.
Okay.
But these particular resources are available, and we definitely want every student to recognize the full strength that they can offer them in their job search.
So not only are you offering these, but you're coming up with new innovative strategies?
you know, in conjunction with the foundational components of career services, you've got all these additional resources. You've got, like tomorrow, there's a big career fair at the Cobb Galleria. It's a state career fair. It's specifically for students in participating institution. That's right. We are not opening it up to the city of Atlanta. Okay. We offer 2 major state career fairs a year and 1 on campus in February, along with a plethora of other events that are here, and you know, they're just kind of here and there throughout the semesters. Etiquette meals and community involvement fair, and so there's a lot of resources in conjunction with the foundational pieces. I guess I'll say it that way.
Okay, so Mr. Sam, can you tell us a little about our new entity within the Career Services Center?
Yes, we've created the career development process, and that simply focuses on helping students locate their career passion, what they're passionate about, a career goal for themselves, if you will. And then not only that, walk them through the process of from a student to becoming a professional. Wow. We found out that most students, again, as said in the first debate, won't have a job when they graduate. 60% of them will, as research says, will move back with their parents. Does that mean there are no jobs out there? Not necessarily. It just means that they need to be better prepared for these things. Sure. And so with that, that's why the career development piece came in, walking them through the process of, you know, you have an academic track, but there's also the career track, which is, okay, what are you doing right now in college to prepare for your job? Okay. Most students go through the process of graduating and then look for a job, rather than start from a freshman year, start thinking about what direction you're going into, what do you need to do, like, you know, doing volunteer work, internships, a strategic plan to get you where you want to go.
So you're saying that this new entity wants to target freshmen, not just,
it targets everybody. Right. It targets, but we want to start from
freshman year.
All the way up. Yes.
Okay, so that just gives it a layout of what you should be doing while you're in college. You're not going in it blindly and just wandering around on campus, choosing classes here and there. So that's very good. That's good for the argument. So I want to come back to you, Ms. Carrot, and just ask you, what exactly are we doing now in career services to market better, to get it out there, get the word out there that we're on front campus in Parker Hall. We have a new, I heard that we have a new actually office they renovated. And
yeah, we just finished renovations. That was an occurrence for over the summer, and so we have a brand new lobby area, very welcoming, open, big area that's actually the service foundation piece for everybody that walks in the office. So they're going to step in, they're going to check in with whoever they need to see or whatever component they wish to get more information about. And in the new renovation, we also have a TV that's running UTV 13 or UTV all the time.
So we will possibly show
you'll actually
up.
Be on there.
Just the facts will be on UTV
up in the Career Services Department.
And it would be on Career Services. That's cool.
We have Facebook, so please like us on Facebook. And we are about to start a Twitter. And we have a specific portal that is called Career Web. And in the question about, you know, what kind of jobs are out there, and Sam alluded to this too, you don't have to wait till you are graduating senior, I'm taking my cap and gown off, okay, great, I'm ready to be a professional now.
Now what?
we want you to get engaged with everything that you can while you're a student here, of course. Okay. But that Career Web portal is the place where the jobs are. Yesterday I was on with a student. She's getting ready to graduate in December, so a little bit of that panic mode is there, but I think at the end of our time together, I spend about an hour with seniors when it's time to go, and we're activating that account if they hadn't already previously been in there looking at other internship opportunities or part-time jobs or whatever. And there were nearly 200 jobs in there, and that's for the entire student body that are engaged for career services. They're looking for career services opportunities. And we broke it down. There was nearly 100 jobs that were full-time jobs. I'm ready to look at these because I'm getting ready to graduate in December. Wow. So there's pieces of the career services that are kind of hard to explain, and I want to give you a big picture, but I also want you to know that there's a lot of things that are a little bit more in depth, just like Sam was talking about. We want to help get these students in, talking about what things might be anxiety provoking to them now.
Right.
I don't really know what I want to do. I'm a biology major, but I really don't know what that means.
Right. What kind of job can I get with my degree? Okay.
That's right. And that's where the career counseling piece is coming in. So, you know, yes, you can say it's sort of a comfort for just the freshmen, but the way that we actually got engaged with you all today is that in a senior seminar class, the Strengths Quest was an assessment that was given, which we feel is a very valuable tool for seniors and helping them get prepped for interviewing.
Okay, can you just give me, I think you could answer this, just a background of what this test is and how this helps?
No test, Rachel.
Don't say it's a test.
That's right, it's an assessment.
Yeah, it's an assessment.
It's an assessment.
Yes.
Okay.
The Strengths Quest assessment is supposed to assess your strengths. In other words, what are your innate talents? What are things that you may have not noticed? I think most people don't know what they have going for them. And a lot of times it's hard to market or even speak on those things, especially when it comes to a competition between this candidate and another. And when the opportunity for you to talk to an employer about, you know, why should I hire you, that's where Strengths Quest comes in. It gives you words, or it gives you a vocabulary that makes sense not only to you but to an employer. Okay? So it gives you the ability to be able to communicate your strengths in a very effective way, and that's what the Strengths Quest does. But not only that, it also helps you become aware of the hidden treasures that you have. You know, it's like having a diamond in the rough, and what you need to do to develop those things and make yourself more marketable. So I think the research on the strengths is that these are what the most successful people have. Okay? And this is what they bring to the table. Most successful people basically are people that have discovered what they do naturally, what are their talents, develop them in such a way, and match their career choices with those talents. And that's why they're successful, because it's easy for them. That's their strong points. Most people focus on their weaknesses versus their strengths. Yes.
That makes sense. Kind of like maximizing on your potential.
Maximizing your potential, exactly.
All right, that's good stuff. So thank you guys for having us here. And when we come back, we'll have Chris and Jared for closing remarks.
Training is about more than muscle. It's about inner strength. So I push myself. That's why I serve in the United States Coast Guard. I train with the best, a team that shares my drive and commitment. We collect intelligence, guard our shores against drug smugglers, and keep our waterways safe, because our nation expects more.
If you expect more, maybe you were born ready. Find out at GoCoastGuard.com.
Honey, the credit fairy doesn't exist.
What?
It's make-believe. Nobody left anything under your pillow.
If there's no credit fairy, then we'll make our credit score go on.
We will, by doing things like paying our bills on time.
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
What?
We're back with Just the Facts. So Jared and Chris, you seen the argument? What do you think about it?
Well, I'm enthralled by what they had to say. I'm really excited to, you know, get to learn what Career Services has to do. I'm creating this committee with SJ, as I mentioned before the break, and I'm looking forward to actually taking the assessment and doing it myself.
Right. So they had a good point, arguing that we're progressing and we want you guys to use our services, and we are here for you. Chris, aren't you glad that Jared had a slight change of heart here today?
Yes, welcome my friend to the winning side. I am excited. It was just great to see. I knew they were going to do fantastic. I mean, Karen and Sam have just really impacted my life. I mean, I have my results to the Strength Finders assessment, and just looking at competition, activator, communication, all these things, you just assume that these are just natural abilities to everybody, and it takes sitting down with these guys and really seeing that, no, these are strengths of mine, and I need to find an avenue. And so it's incredible just to hear that again, to see that things are going in the right direction, that they're starting this earlier, so people can continuously improve and prepare for the next step. So Jared, we will get you in on this test.
Please.
And really get to see where your strengths are, and I know you'll love it too.
I'd love to take the assessment.
Hey, don't leave me out, guys.
Yes, come
I
on
want to
over
take
too,
it too.
Rachel.
So thank you
Of
so
course.
much, Chris, for being here, and also Jared, thank you for coming today. Thank you also to the followers on Twitter. We'll read a quote from @thisleadinglady. She said, "The Career Services Center is the best kept secret on campus. I think it's a great entity." Tune in next week, you guys. We have another great show planned. You've been here with Just the Facts.